Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'd like to start off the video by kind of piggybacking off the previous video because after I finished it recording, was uploading it onto YouTube and everything, I was like, oh crap, I forgot some stuff. So I'm going to include that here to start off this video, and that is actually for Trails in the Sky, the first chapter. It is getting a release for the Nintendo Switch 2, which I thought was really exciting. But I just completely forgot about it until afterwards. But it is not getting a physical release for the Nintendo Switch 2. It's going, unfortunately, here in the West, it is going to be digital only. So you're going to have to kind of go around about way. So getting, if you want it physically, kind of just getting the Switch 1 version, paying $1 to get a Nintendo Switch 2 upgrade. I mean, not the worst, not it's not the best, obviously. I mean, maybe later on down the road we might get a physical. Right now, actually, if you want to, I believe I'm trying to remember. I can't remember, but I wanted to say that it was a game key card in Japan, but do not quote me on that. I don't know. I will actually have to do research afterwards. For some reason, that just came to my mind. But yes, and I was actually talking about the demo. So if you do get to play the demo for the PC or the PlayStation 5, that will, in fact, carry over if you get the game. So I'm just really waiting for it to come out for the Nintendo Switch 2 or the Nintendo Switch eShop for that to be able to play the demo. And really looking forward to that. So there, that is done. So, and I will actually like to say, if you like Nintendo Switch 2 news, content, like I've got, if you like this video, watch some of the other previous videos, subscribe to the channel, and I would actually really like to throw a very special shout out to a furry, and not that kind of furry, but it is our friend's dog, Alina. She watches every single episode with them. So, hey Alina, hope you're being a good girl. So, something special for her. So, next, actually, I'm going to tell you that they did announce a Western release for Ys 10 Proud Nordics. So here's my Ys 10. I got the collector's edition. So if any of y'all have been wondering what this little thing is behind my head, yeah, it's this little backpack that I just had hanging up there so I could kind of get it displayed. So I played the regular Ys 10 Nordics, beat it. I thought it was a very good game. And you know what? This is actually my first Ys game, like as far as being in the Ys series with Adel. The very first Ys game I actually played was Ys Origins, which doesn't have it, but it just kind of, I took it as being kind of like an introduction into the series for the action role playing and jumping around and everything else that they included for the game. But this here, the release for Proud Nordics will actually be early 2026. It's going to add in a new story arc, dungeon, bosses, character abilities, but the downside is it's digital only in the West. That bogus, in my opinion. I mean, hey, you know what? At this point, I would actually even take a game key card over digital. That's me, not you. So you do you. I'm not going to discourage you if you wanted to do that. And because this isn't an upgrade, there's no Switch 2 upgrade or anything like that. It is Nintendo, or they're actually treating it almost like it is a completely separate game, not an upgrade or DLC or anything else like that. And I believe it says that it actually runs on the Nintendo Switch 2 at 120 FPS. I'm fairly certain I read that. But if you're, it does actually have a game key card on PlayAsia if you were wanting to order it that way. I mean, or if you're just totally, completely against game key cards, then I guess this whole entire section about it can just be forgotten. But next piece of news that we actually have released was that NIS America is going to be releasing an RPG called Starbites. It's going to be coming out for the Switch and the Switch 2, and it is a sci-fi RPG. Takes place on a desert planet called Bitter, and you're going to have mechs. And I was just looking at the trailer for it, and it looks really interesting. At least I'm really interested in it. I really hope you will be, because I will be playing the trailer for this. And it is getting a true physical release on the Switch, but a game key card on the Switch too. So nothing new. Having to deal with the Switch 2 game key card problems. Hopefully going away. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everyone. So the very next thing that we actually have coming out is for a game called Quartet. This is actually a incredible retro-looking RPG with turn-based combat, and just looking at this definitely bring me back to like my childhood with the RPGs that I fell in love with on the Super Nintendo, like Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 6. I don't know whichever one you prefer to call it. So, but and actually, it gives me vibes from Sea of Stars as well. So this could definitely be a hidden gem on the Nintendo Switch, but unfortunately, there's no physical release yet for the Switch. I believe it is coming out for all these different platforms, but don't know a physical release yet. I'm hoping to be able to get some news soon for that. Maybe since it comes out on the PC, maybe if it sells well, then they'll be able to translate that into a physical release for the Switch. Otherwise, just digital only, which not ideal. And then last but not least, a little RPG coming out on August 27th, and that is called Varlet. And it's an RPG taking place in a school. And it's, yes, in a school with turn-based combat, visual novel-like storytelling aspects. And yes, if it's bringing any other RPGs to your mind, this is very much like, in my mind, maybe other people too, but of Persona. So if you're like me, waiting for that Persona 3 Reload to be coming out, and you're looking to scratch that Persona itch, you might want to check this out. It looks very good to me from what I can tell from the trailer, and just I don't know from what I saw was being released on VGP, but when I went to check it out to try to look at maybe pre-ordering it, it said it was sold out. So I don't know. Maybe I have to wait for a restock on that. But just to make y'all aware of that, so you don't go to try to pre-order it or anything, and then it's not sold and it's sold out, so you get upset with me. So don't do that, please. But this is just some new RPG news for RPGs coming out for the Switch and the Switch 2. I tried to do physical, but I just wanted to share these little bits with y'all. So, with that out of the way, I really hope you enjoy this video. Looking forward to some of these RPGs. If you are, comment down below what you're most excited for, or maybe even if you heard about these games already, so you're more excited now from hearing it from me, or brand new hearing about it. So I hope you'll have a great day, and I'll see you all next time.